So I didn't record much of this, just trying to get this done as quick as possible. Hopefully to have this out maybe this weekend, if everything works out like I planned. So right now, motor is in the ski. I still need to tighten down the bolts. I gotta get everything lined up, make sure everything's right where it needs to be. Yeah, pretty straightforward from here on out. I'm gonna go ahead and get the exhaust back on it. Water line's hooked up. Right now, all the electrical is ready or hooked up. I've got to bypass a couple small things and then get my kill switch wires here tied in. I'm going to keep the stock instead of swapping all my stuff out for now. I'm just going to keep with what I got. I'm going to have to pull the throttle off, it looks like, and run the other throttle cable that I have, just because this one here doesn't have an end on it. So yeah, we'll swap that out. I got to get this bracket put on here as well to where this basically mounts there and goes to the carb. I'll probably pull the one off the 750 that I have and run that up through the pole here and up to the top, swap that over. I may go ahead and swap this stuff, we'll see, but we'll kind of see how much time I have and how quick it gets to the weekend. So anyway, thought I'd kind of show where I'm at right now with where this is all out. Again, I want to get the exhaust put on here tonight, get all the water lines back on, get the carbs put on it. Again, I'm not sure which carbs I'm going with yet. I need to get both of them pulled up here and just look at them both. Get the flame arrestor on, and then basically at that point it's just fuel lines and the gas tank. I think I have the straps that I need to hold down the gas tank. I got a plan to get the drops and all that in this tank. The one thing I do need to still make is this little seal right here. I think I'm just going to use maybe even a piece of diamond plate out of an old toolbox for right now and some silicone. Get that sealed up for now. Maybe I have some black like ABS plastic. I might throw on top of that as well, but we'll figure that out. That's pretty easy to put on silicone. And I'm probably going to pop rivet it down, drill some holes through where these old mounts were, and just pop rivet it in place. Yeah, I think we're really close to getting this thing fired up. So I will cut back here in just a little bit. So engine is tight, carbs are bolted down, exhaust is almost on. I got to tighten up some hose clamps, hook up my cooling lines. I think I got fuel lines here. You got your fuel to the carbs return. I'm gonna trim these up and put a new filter on. Tie all that in. And then I think all I have lack is the, well, fuel tank, of course, getting that put in, but then the electrical here. So right now I've just got this hooked up to where I can turn it over. Sounds pretty good. I don't have that knocking sound that I had with the other 750 down there on the floor, so that's good. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, get this finished up here. As far as electrical, I think I'll have to pull a wiring diagram, because I believe, if I remember right, one of these longer ones here, that one's from the coils, might be this one here. Yeah, that's trim, I think. Anyway, I'll have to find out which one, what wires went up to my handlebars from on and off. I may just bring those out here, my bars, and plug everything in, run it, make sure everything's good, and then I probably most likely will just pull all this new down to those. So most likely, we'll see. I'm not crazy about having the lanyard on one of these. Friendski, we put one on it, my old 650 SX, and to be honest, it's not that useful, so I kind of like mine without it. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I'll cut back here in just a minute when I get all this kind of finished up, and fingers crossed, we'll see. All right, guys, I know this kind of looks like a mess, but exhaust is in, everything is hooked up, ready to go. Carbs are in. Still got fuel lines left. I need to get my fuel tank situated and in here so I can get some fuel into it, and then see if this thing's going to pick up fuel, if my carbs are actually good. I do have this wired up right now just to the original switch. I have spark, everything. You guys see I got my lanyard in. Cranks over. So we'll have to swap these plug wires here, put this one on the back. I'll have to double check, make sure that's not going to affect anything, because I want to mount this box hopefully right here, kind of in this hole, something like that. Kind of down in there, something like that. I'll have to, like I said, I gotta pull some of this wire, clean it all up, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sold that that's where I want it yet, but we will play around with that and try to get that all situated where I kind of want it. Again, I've got this hooked up now to that. I'm probably gonna have to pull this one off. It looks like it broke at some point, so I'll probably have to fix that one. But yeah, other than that, yeah, we'll just kind of see where I can mount this and make it look decent. If I wasn't going with the tank that I'm going with, I would mount it off to the side where the two-stroke mixing used to be. So I may keep my eyes open for another tank at some point, but for right now, I'm going to stick with the tank that I have. I'm going to get it set in here, see if I can get these straps to go over it. The ones I have may be too long. If they are, I think I can tie a couple knots in them and make them work. I will have to get this throttle cable swapped out as well, with the one down here on the floor. We'll see. It may be way too long. I'll have to kind of do some measuring here and see if it's going to work. If it doesn't, like I said, I can maybe, this one just, I think is going to be way too short. I don't remember how far my bracket actually comes forward here, but you guys can see that's got to go all the way down to here. So I don't think, even if I put it one of those like set screw type throttle ends on, I don't think it's going to work. So we'll see. Again, the one I have here might work. Like I said, it's kind of long, but I think it might work. I mean, it's quite a ways up to these poles, so it might actually fit. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Again, get throttle linkage hooked up. I'm not going to run a choke on it right now. Ideally, what I'd like to do is pull this off, put a primer on it. That's what the other set of carbs actually have. The only thing I noticed, these other set of carbs have a vacuum here on them, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming that's actually, that might be, yeah, those might be set up completely different. That might be, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I need to do some research because these don't have the oil inlet on the bottom. So maybe that was the, these actually go this direction. So maybe those were the oilers. But I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. Like I said, I think they pulled the choke out and put these primes in. But anyway, I'm not real sure on that yet. So follow up on that, and yeah, it's kind of where it's at for right now. I'll see if I can get this gas tank in. So I've just kind of got this gas tank just set up in there. There's not a ton of room for this electric box. Again, if I could mount my throttle differently, I could maybe stuff it right here in this gap, possibly. But again, I'm not super crazy about that either. But yeah, that could be a possibility. Sorry guys with the camera, but something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just not real crazy about this electric box the way it is right now. So yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna mount it probably right in here. It's gonna be the best place. See if I can kind of stuff it right there. If I get it down in there, I may have to loosen up some cables and kind of move it around. But I think right here is where it's gonna go for now. Yeah, I'll have to try to figure that one out. Not real sure if it will go. Ideally, I'd like to stick it in just like that. And something. But anyway, I'll have to play around with the electrical box a little bit and see if I can make that work. It doesn't take long, and this thing fills up pretty quick. So, but again, does run. Kicks over pretty easy. So yeah, we'll see if we can get this thing put together. Hopefully running by the weekend. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.